Welcome back to your day 5 of this week of 7 days of practice. You are more than halfway there. And today we will also continue to get into some of the nuances of certain moves of the form, so that as we keep laying down yet another practice track before forgetting anything, you're also at the same time uncovering and learning more of the nuances of this amazing form. And as we begin, let's settle in. With our 3 return to Uji, 3 breaths with the movement. And bringing the hands around and taking our time for 3 centering breaths. Letting ourselves turn inward and feel into our inner landscape. Our hands witnessing the movement at our lower dantian. Moving into 3 full weight shifts. To remind ourselves that this practice is a practice of relaxation and action. Fang Song. And how one of the ways we can do that or not do that, letting go the interference, is to really lay down the burden of our weight into the support of the earth. Passing through center and bending over to feel that relaxation, that letting go and laying down in our arms, as they too interact with the earth. And as we come up, we can feel how their weight lays down to the shoulders and lays down to support. Moving into the form with shoulders laying down. And as we come into ward off left, and our first square stance, sitting, upper body lays down to lower body. Ward off right. Roll back and press. Push. Shoulders laying down. Sit. Whole body laying down to the earth and receiving support. Single whip. Lift hands. Shoulder strike. White crane. Brush knee and push. And this is what we're going to be feeling into the nuances of as we come into playing the lute. And brush knee and push again. Parry, punch, withdraw, tracing that triple heater to the fourth finger, and push. Cross hands. Return to Uji. And coming in for 3 centering breaths. Going for a walkabout. That will bring us actually facing forward with, might be easiest to come into this actually from shoulder strike. So turning the right foot out, shoulder strike, and then coming into white crane, spreads its wings. And a couple things just to notice here, that this is an empty step, so there's actually no weight on that front foot. It's just resting on the ground in front of the hip socket. And there's going to be a swivel of the torso. So as I begin to drop my right arm, I'm swiveling towards that direction with my hips. And then I place my heel out into square stance. That lands right when these two hands are stacked. So there's the lower hand and the upper hand. And then as I shift my weight forward, there's this unfurling of the right hand from the shoulder through the elbow into the fingertips for the push. And then we balance on one leg, turning the palm of the right hand, stepping back, and replacing that left foot for playing our lute. So that again, this is an empty step. Now it's resting on the heel just in front of our hip. And as we go into brush knee and push again, noticing the swivel, like the movements really coming from the torso. So there's the swivel. As that left foot rolls down and then is replaced, as we stack the hands, that heel lands, and that unfurling forward of the right arm all the way to the fingertips. Stepping the back foot up and coming in for 3 centering breaths. Going for a walkabout? Coming into shoulder strike, white crane. Feeling into the swing and the timing of that replacing of the left foot, the unfurling of the right hand. Noticing it's an empty step again. And then the swing, the swivel, the replacing of the foot. And then stepping the back foot up. Coming in for 3 centering breaths. And putting it all together with a final walkabout that will find us in Ujjayi stance. With some nuances, especially of brush knee and push, that we can then begin to feel into every time we practice the form. Opening move. Into ward off left. Into ward off right. Roll, perhaps noticing here the swivel. It's the same swivel. Swivel of the torso. Press. Into push. Into single whip. Into lift hand. Shoulder strike. White crane. Slowing down here to integrate. Swivel of the torso. Hand stack, heel lands. Unfurling. Playing the lute into that empty step again. And rolling down that foot as you swing your arms. And as they stack, placing the heel. Parry. Punch. Withdraw. Push. Into cross hands. Into 3, return to Ujjayi. Into your center. For a few moments, of nothing to do or pay attention to. Then if you'd like, I don't think we've done this in a couple of days. Have your own little victory wiggle in your completion of day 5 of this immersion. 2 more days to go, and these days make a difference. So see you back tomorrow.